our worst fears have come true. Homelander now has the V1 running through his system, which means he's effectively immortal, and our reaction was a little something like this. So does this mean game over for the boys, or even worse, game over for generations of people who will have to live as puppets under this narcissistic blonde jerk who believes he's the new Jesus? Well, I know how scary and hopeless things are looking right now for Butcher and the gang, but we still believe that Kripke has some surprises for us. He already told ComicBook that I'm in a fair amount of terror about the series finale, so we still have our hopes that Homelander will be defeated one way or another, because I don't think there's any other way that Kripke could give us that satisfying finale he's so passionate about. So what are the possible ways to defeat the baddie in blue now that he's become immune to the soup virus? That's exactly what we're here to discuss today, and we're going to explore 5 such theories about killing Homelander with the V1 in his body. Let's begin and, of course, keep our fingers crossed. Soldier Boy is still the biggest weapon against Homelander. Yeah, we know Soldier Boy's emotions have taken an unexpected turn, something which even Sister Sage couldn't anticipate. Hell, it seems like even Homelander couldn't believe it when he actually offered him the V1. But is all of that really because Soldier Boy loved Clara and she would have wanted Homelander to be the supreme hero? Maybe, but something's not sitting right with us. It's extremely possible that Soldier Boy has other plans up his sleeve, and letting Homelander inject the V1 is part of it. See, if he really loved Clara, he probably knows that this Homelander, this deranged jackass, is probably not something she would have celebrated, and that's exactly why Soldier Boy wants to take him down on his own. Of course, he wants to do it in a gruesome and painful manner, and step 1 of that scheme is letting Homelander feel like he's undefeatable, the strongest man on the planet for some time. Because the fact is, Soldier Boy can still strip him of his powers. He completely depowered Bombsight in the last episode, which clarifies that Soldier Boy's radioactive blast is powerful enough to work on supes who have that iteration of Compound V. So that much is clear. Soldier Boy is still the ultimate weapon against Homelander, and he actually wants to take him down while making him feel puny, and it wouldn't have been possible to emotionally wreck Homelander and shatter his ego as effectively unless he got the V1 first. I mean, picture this. Homelander is on cloud 9 after this big win. He thinks nothing can ever touch him again, and that his dad too is finally looking up to him. Our wild guess is that this is what Soldier Boy wanted. He wanted to put Homelander on a pedestal so damn high that the fall would destroy him, and at the right moment, it will be him who takes away Homelander's powers and kills him. Ryan will make things happen. Let's say Soldier Boy has actually gotten emotional and is trying to mend things up with his son. He now understands that Homelander is basically just a stubborn kid with severe daddy issues, and Soldier Boy is finally warming up to him. That could be because he's now open to acknowledging other family members too. And obviously, the only other family Homelander has is Ryan, and Soldier Boy might now be ready to take on grandpa duty and have some backyard BBQs with the fam jam. I know that's a bit of a stretch given how the boy burned Stormfront with his heat vision, but at this point, anything seems like a possibility. But what about Ryan himself? He hates Homelander with all his heart and actually wants to avenge his mother's death. He even went up against Homelander and got himself beaten to a pulp, but it did establish how intense his resentment is. On top of that, Ryan's still attached to Butcher. No matter how complicated and toxic that relationship is, the two surely have at least a cell in their bodies that cares for one another. So Ryan finds out that Homelander has become immortal, he's gonna lose his shit too, and he gets the chance to bond with Soldier Boy. He might actually be able to bring him around, overthrow Homelander. Unlike Butcher, Ryan wouldn't choose to manipulate Soldier Boy. Rather, we expect him to try to appeal to whatever humanity Soldier Boy has left, turn him against Homelander. Moreau can kill Homelander. Marie and Homelander are basically cut from the same cloth. Project Odessa and Gen V have established very well that Marie is insanely powerful. She even survived a laser blast from Homelander in the Gen V Season 1 finale. And she's also joined Starlight now, so what can Marie do? We don't think that Marie has just hemokinetic powers like Victoria Newman, who could control and explode blood within her line of sight. She has biokinetic powers, which actually means Marie can ideally alter the cellular and genetic structures of living organisms. If Starlight reaches out to Marie for help and explains the situation to her, it's highly possible that she could exploit Homelander's blood and use it as a weapon against him. Maybe his blood, which now contains V1, might just help Marie carve out some stronger tools. Another theory is floating around that says that Marie can probably drain the V1 out of Homelander's bloodstream, making him mortal again and letting Billy and the boys do the rest. That sounds pretty reasonable, actually. Marie is the second most powerful soup compared to Homelander, and we know The Boys Season 5 takes place some 6 months after Gen V Season 2, which means Marie could have used this time to actually work on her skills and can now master them perfectly. Kripke did tell The Wrap that there's a lot in Gen V that really helps set up the climax of this final confrontation. That seems like a pretty strong hint towards Marie Moreau to us. Butcher will bring down Homelander's world. Despite Homelander seeming unbeatable now, there are still plenty of possibilities to kill him, but honestly, it would seem a little unfair if Butcher wasn't a part of that final showdown. We need him to see the light go out of Homelander's eyes, because what else have we been waiting for since 2019, huh? That said, how can Butcher even kill Homelander? His soup virus is useless, and I guess it's one of those rare moments where we saw Butcher actually reading the dangerousness of the situation and telling his teammates to run in that last episode. Still, we're sure he's not going to give up. He might end up dying in the process, but he'll be doing everything possible to kill Homelander no matter the odds. See, Butcher can still use the soup slaughtering virus and commit mass murder against all the soups. Yeah, Homelander and Soldier Boy will be safe, and a couple of others here and there, but how on earth will Homelander run the country with just 3 or 4 soups? He needs to install them everywhere, and most importantly, he needs them to worship him. Sure, he can make some more, but his immediate reaction would be much more impulsive. If Butcher actually resorts to genocide against the wishes of his groupies, Homelander's gonna lose his superhero allies, and the country might slip into a state of anarchy. And how do you think Homelander's gonna respond to that? Obviously, he's gonna start lasering people mercilessly, but once he's done that, probably wiped out almost everyone, he'll be lonelier than ever, and without the mass chance of Homelander, he's gonna shrivel up like a prune. It's not news that Homelander thrives on validation. And if Butcher can't kill him directly, he can take away the one thing that's like a drug to him. Eric Kripke told Parade the subject matter is really about this battle between this human, Butcher, and this superhero, Homelander. And it was sort of inevitable that eventually they were going to smash into each other. So, for example, I always knew it was going to end with that. Had I not given that to the audience, I think I really would have pissed everybody off. Yup, sounds like we're getting Butcher against Homelander one way or another. There's also some speculation going around that Butcher is going to nuke the entire nation and force Homelander to flee to space, where his loneliness will eventually put him in a state worse than death. Sister Sage has planned out the entire thing. We always had a feeling that Sister Sage would join the boys. It's finally happened. She led them to bomb site and orchestrated the entire fight between him and Soldier Boy. Apparently, she didn't see Soldier Boy's change of heart coming, but it's a little difficult to accept that she's playing this dumb. If she had to hand over the V1 to the boys, she wouldn't have texted Soldier Boy saying, "So we got a deal then?" Was she hoping for him to destroy it? Maybe, but still, we can't wrap our heads around the fact that Sage would be stupid enough to leave a Taco Bell receipt in the boys' hideout or to not notice the VOT alert necklace Golden Geisha was wearing. But then, what's she doing? Because she did seem genuinely baffled when Soldier Boy handed over the V1 to Homelander, right? Well, it might sound a bit complex, but hear me out. Sage is double-crossing both the boys and Soldier Boy. She knew that Soldier Boy might very well give the V1 to Homelander. The text wasn't for him. Yes, she might have informed Soldier Boy about Bombsite's location, but maybe the message was for Bombsite. She had known for quite some time where he was and was actually preventing Homelander from getting to him. Maybe she plotted with Bombsite and gave him the chance to take out his grudge on Soldier Boy in exchange for the V1. Maybe what Bombsite handed over to Soldier Boy was just another simple dose of Compound V, and a fresh hit intensified Homelander's powers, as we saw. So, in that case, what is Sage's plan here? 1, she believes the boys will accept defeat, and 2, it can be her who somehow manages to take Homelander down. She might not have been able to replicate the V1, which was unbelievable to Homelander even, but she could very well recreate the soup-killing virus and sneak it somewhere to terminate Homelander. Or, even if her plan has actually backfired, Sister Sage is clearly more intelligent than Dr. Vought. She might actually be the key to creating something that can nullify the effects of V1 in Homelander's blood and kill him. Yeah, maybe we've gone a little too far with this hypothesis, and maybe she just screwed up and left a Taco Bell receipt on the table, but we're grasping at straws at this point. Sadly though, guys, that's all we got for you today. The boys' finale will be more diabolical than we ever imagined, And it seems like Kripke has finally dropped an absolute bombshell of an episode. The game is on, our hearts are racing, and we can't wait to see what happens in these next 2 episodes. That said, we shared some pretty crazy theories in this video, but we'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below, so don't forget to share your thoughts on the way out. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to tell us you want to see more stuff like it. Otherwise, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and we'll see ya in the next one. Bye for now.